Hello everybody, bienvenido a todo. I am back in Train Sim World 3 as ever, and I'm back on New York Trenton, and I am going to be doing the Acela. And we are going to get from New York Penn to Trenton on this New York Penn Washington service. It's in the evening, so hopefully we'll get some nice lighting because it's around dusk. So let's get started. Oh, and I need to absolutely make sure that the mouse doesn't get in the way and annoy me. Right, there we go. That goes on. Open the doors. What else do I need? I'll put the aircon on. I think this is April. Is this April? I don't remember. I don't know how you check the date. Yeah, this all looks fine. I'm not going to put the safety systems on because there's this weird effect that you get. There's like an errant speed reduction over speed thing that happens right outside the tunnels, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me. Like, even if I go slower than it tells me to go, or it catches me out and puts the emergency brakes on, and it's a pain to recover because you're on a hill and all of that. So I won't be playing with them on. I mean, with this here, it'll bleep and blah blah blah. So I mean, I can vaguely follow it if I notice it. It just won't apply any penalty if I get it wrong. I think I've read that that particular one is being looked into and might already have been fixed. That's the only one that I'm seeing regularly in the same place every single time, and I can't for the life of me figure it out what you would have to do to get around it. Because nothing flashes up here or tells you, oh, you're going too fast, or right, close the doors, put on the cruise control, 15 miles an hour I think, and reduce the brakes to minimum. Right, and let's have a look. So this is us in New York Penn. There's another Acela there. It's a New Jersey, couple of New Jersey transits over there. New Jersey Transit here, and then all of the Long Island Railroad platforms are empty. Right, I'm gonna release the brakes now and let's go. I'm gonna put max effort because we'll need all the dynamic braking we can get on the descent into the tunnel until we get the 60 limit. So yeah, this is 6 o'clock and this is going to be about 48 minutes service. I think we only have one stop in Newark Penn, and then it's direct all the way to Trenton. So we're going to be going pretty much full speed. Well, we should be. I don't know if anything's going to be ahead of us. I did run half this service to kind of check what it was like, if it was like a non-stop service or whatnot, but or not a one-stop service, yeah. Texture glitching, I've no idea if that's part of the game or if it's because I've got the engine INI changes added. Tends to be the case when people mention this on the forums or whatever, that the engine mods are responsible. So don't look at that and think, oh god, this is a mess. I mean, there's plenty of things that you could find that probably are part of the game, like the columns that dig into trains or the platforms that clip into trains. Those are the game, but like flickering textures, I don't know. I'm pretty sure in this case that's because of the mods I've got installed. Like I said, there's no specific mods to this route, but there are some game mods that will probably make a difference. I've got a mod that will change the appearance of the rain. I've got the mods that will change the draw distance, so you can see it will load in much further out. There's the two main ones. Well, we should be getting the 60 any minute now. Any minute now. Well, we've got it. We just need the back of the train over where the limit. There we go. There we go. Look at it. I love the Acela. It's a really nice looking train. Just in terms of its proportions, its design is very kind of. It's not very avant-garde, but it just looks nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, look. So look, we crashed out through the world and we're stuck in this in-between place, and that's Hudson Yards. So up there is where the Long Island Railroad trains are stationed, and that's the High Line. that little thing. Well, I'll go back in because it looks really ugly. Making me dizzy, all those weird patterns. But yeah, so that is basically New York, Manhattan. You can actually access those yards on foot, or occasionally if you... I think I saw someone drive up there in the Acela, because they dispatcher put them on the wrong track or something. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing up there because the Long Island Railroad trains are not in the timetable. If you play the scenarios, you'll see static Long Island Railroad cars in Penn Station at least. I don't know about the yard because there would in real life be some. I mean, that's the yard we just passed under. I don't think there's ever any there. I haven't seen them. There might be some more around here, maybe oddly placed, like around here, because that's a Long Island Railroad yard. But as far as I've seen in the scenario, there's just a few over on this side of the station. It doesn't make a huge difference, I'll be honest, but better to have them than not. It would be good to have them in the timetable just because it would stop that half of the station just being an expanse of no trains. Yeah, and also we won't see the rest of Manhattan again because the skyline isn't visible. I mean, I think it should be. At a push, you should be able to see the tops of the skyscrapers because they're very, very tall, but they're not modelled. I don't think. Like when you can't see them from this yard either, and you would be able to kind of see again the sort of skyline of Manhattan. It wouldn't be big. You're not that close, but you'd be close enough to see it. There we go. Gorgeous, eh? See, we got very nice light. So now we're in New Jersey. We've left Manhattan, arrived at the other side of the Hudson. Oh, wait, is it the Hudson? Yeah, the Hudson. And so now we'll be able to... Oh, look at that. Look at it. It's gorgeous in this light. Gorgeous, ain't it? Oh, I can go up to... I should be able to go up to 90 soon. And then I'll have my reduction to 60. Which is for a bridge that we're coming up on. I think it's there. We go over that. There's a train on my track. This is the Caucus. Is that what you call it? I'm just gonna check that up in the map. Secaucus, yeah. Well, that's how I pronounce it. It's spelt that way. It might not be pronounced by New Jerseyans. That way. There we go. Hello, Secaucus. And this is like a bi-level station, so there are trains down there that run at a 90-degree angle. See? I don't know if that's a metro, like the subway, the New York subway, or if it's a PATH train, or if it's another suburban railway. I don't know. Oh, I need to get down to 60. Suppression. Yeah, it's for this bridge. It's coming up. Must be quite old and shaky. There we go. Right, let's reset throttle. Throttle is very slow. Anyway, there's us travelling over this bridge. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That aluminium catches the... Well, I guess it's aluminium. Maybe it's stainless steel? I think it's polished aluminium. Really catches the light. Really nice. And I've seen pictures where it's reflecting like this, where it looks like a blitz of light. Okay, we can go up to 90. Okay, I'm just going to put us up to 75 because we'll be going back down to 60 in no time. So, because we have to navigate a turn over a bridge as well. We go over an overpass where we go across all of these lines. There's another yard. Right, I'll start getting us back down to 60 then. Maybe the dynamic brakes will get us there in time. I don't think so though. They're not the strongest, but they're quite smooth. So like if you want a smooth, oh no, it might actually do it. What I tend to do is set the speed lower than I want to go, and they seem to react a bit faster. The higher the speed reduction you're aiming for. But it's good because they'll keep me in the speed. So long as I got max effort. They'll keep me within the speed limit as I go down this quite steep hill. So this, I think this, we're crossing over some, I mean, they've got overhead lines. I think down here, these are the path lines. So they go towards Lower Manhattan. But these have got overhead wires, so I guess they're part of Northeast Corridor, and maybe there's like a freight yard or something. Or like another yard for stabling the locos. I'm not sure what else outside of the Northeast Corridor is electrified. I know, oh actually there is like some trains that would go off into New Jersey, yeah. So those will be the like North New Jersey lines. Oh, right, so we got a nice slow approach into Newark. We'll get us down to 45. And then just before we get to Newark, it will drop to 35. I think it's to cross another bridge. Or it's to go over some points. I can't remember if you get the reduction before or after the station. The station layovers on this, I mean, I don't know if it's a prototypical or if it's an Acela thing, but they tend to be like this one. This is the only stop we're stopping at, I think. And then we'll go to Trenton. So the dwell time is quite long. I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes. Like you've got more than enough time to catch your passengers. So actually, you can be a bit, and even when you get to Trenton, it's quite easy to get ahead of time. So it's like, that's what's quite nice about this route is that you can, whilst you're learning the speed limits, and you're getting used to the safety systems, if you have them on, and can get past that speed brake, the overspeed brake that you get coming out of the tunnels. That you actually have like flexibility in like how much effort you put in. Oh look, there's a train. So you can brake early, to be sure. I think that I just saw a Northeast Regional come in as well. Way. Love it. Love it. I wonder what that New Jersey Transit train was waiting for. Maybe it's been held to let the yeah, like I said, I mean we're already 3 minutes bloody early, aren't we? So I can really saunter into this and treat it slowly. Coming very slow. Oh look, another Northeast Regional, wow. That doesn't look like it's gonna start. Oh no, yeah it is. So yeah, like I said in the other video, there's still the bug. They've said it'll be patched out in the first patch. So the bug with the pantographs and the lights of the AI locos don't seem to be set right all the time. Yeah, we go. Right, so I can put this back up to 35, but I can keep this down to nothing. And we'll say goodbye to that New Jersey train. Goodbye. Bye. And we'll have a look around the Acela because we've got what, 2.5 minutes. There we go. Kitchen. I think I showed you that in the other video. And then this is like the rest of the train. These are the normal business class seats that basically go all the way down. Thank you for choosing Amtrak. Oh, well. I mean, I suppose that's right. You have the choice of flying. If you're coming from New York and you're going towards Washington, you could fly. You could even take Acela to, well, not Acela. You could take one of the regionals or New Jersey Transit to Newark Airport and fly to Washington. I guess. Or you could just stay on the train and go all the way. I don't know how long it takes actually. I would imagine like 3 or 4 hours to get to Washington. It's quite a distance. Everything on a map in the Northeast looks really small, but then America is huge. So right, I'll go get a nice view of the front. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Get a picture of that. Nice, isn't it? Right, let's get back in. Yeah, can't get into the actual engine room. You can get this far. It's not bad. But yeah, I guess that's something that like I said before, I think Amtrak wouldn't really want people being able to poke around the engine room. Any switches here that do anything interesting? I mean, these things, they do something, but by default, I don't think you'll need to touch them. Like, they'll turn lights on and off, and there's probably like a... Oh, no, I do not. I nearly clicked yes then. I'm still used to the old system where it used to default to yes, and you had to switch off to not switch to no. Right, close doors. Right, doors closed, and let us 15 seconds. Right, I'm going to start reducing the throttle is off, and if we leave a few seconds early, who really cares? Right, here we go. So we're still at 35 limit. I guess we're still going to stay for a few hundred yards while we cross over some points. Yeah, it's got overhead lines, these tracks, but I think they're for the path. I think they're the only trains that regularly use it. You can see it's got the third rail. I think, I'm not sure though. I'm never quite sure, like, what would you electrify versus what wouldn't you? But I do remember when I saw passenger videos, there seemed to be some path trains on this ramp here coming into the station. Right, up to 70, and then we got 110. Yes, look at it glowing in the sunlight. Oh yes. Oh yes, I like a view like this. You got the urban, the world, and then you got your train floating over the top. What I would compare this to? Oh, that's a beautiful. Oh, come on, let me get the sun again. No. Okay, well, I'm not gonna get the sun. It doesn't look like again, but I'll keep it out in hope I get some nice sun there. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, that'll do. Partially. Oh, we're turning away from it now. I don't think we're going to get any nice sunlight now. It's got it all this. We've got the Acela and we've got playing in the background. I'm sure that's going to race us to Washington. Right, and now we get the 110. Just got past the back of the train over it and we'll be good to go. it's not a very long stretch of high speed. This one. So look, we got a. Oh look, we got a that looks like a New Jersey Transit ACS 46. ACS or ALS? Oh, I keep forgetting. Look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. That's Newark International Airport. And look, we got the track opening out ahead of us. But we'll get some speed reductions around this kink, I think. And then this area as well has all sorts of speed reductions. And then you kind of just get a nice straight 135, 145, 150 on this bit. If there's nothing ahead of me. I do have dynamic weather on, so possibly it's going to make us do a rainstorm. But I was running a service earlier with the cab car, and the rain was it really added to it. I can't remember. It was a really early morning service, and I was leaving Penn in the cab car, and it was like I think I'd set the weather as clear, maybe. Oh yeah, I need to be going. Get that down. I think I'd either set the weather to clear or like this light clouds, and so it was like dawn, and it was like pretty, very beautiful early morning light, and then it started getting cloudier and mistier, and then it really started throwing it down. It really gave you that feel of like heading into a storm. It was really, really good. I was quite impressed. Yeah. I know you keep saying that, but I'm gonna make this 85 easily. But I think that it's followed by a 70 maybe. So I'm gonna keep pushing down to 65. Right, it goes down to 80 and then it possibly goes down to 70. Yeah, because we go around. This is a nice little S bend. If we had like a double formation, which aren't normal in the game in real life, see how we immediately go into another corner. You'd be able to see the S snake. You might be able to see it with the New Jersey Transit ones. Right, there we go. We can go back up to 80 now. And then we get 125, I think, as far as here, and then it all goes a bit like different speed limits as you go around the different bends. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's a shame they didn't put the New York skyline in a bit more. I mean, I guess it would be quite devoted to Acela. It is, yeah. Acela says hello to Acela. But yeah, if you could just see the sort of mountainy range of the tops of the skyscrapers, it would really, really complete the route as you leave or enter New York. Oh, right, I can go up to 125 now. Come on, let's go. Let's go back. So yeah, that should be 125 until around there, and then yeah. So yeah, I am enjoying this route. I would like. I think I don't know if I said it in my other video, but like this is literally the Great Western Express or the Munich Augsburg of the US. That's the kind of route it is. It's quieter than real life, but still there's something to it because you get these big stretches of really high speed, and you can do the local services or the intercity high speed. It's like a good proving ground, like a really good place to like bring a loco, to bring it up to speed. And it helps that this train is a tilting train as well, so it's even better. Oh, look at that sky. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh. One bad thing about going through an urban environment is like there's never any bloody uninterrupted light. Just want a nice shiny golden. Oh, almost. Ooh. I'll use this way to look for the I'll get down to 110. Come on. Yes, you take your time, eh? You go. We'll get down to a minor overspeed. Yes, I'll come meet you at 110 then. I'm so annoyed. Well, maybe that'll do. It looks quite industrial as well. Oh. Okay. Better. Oh, look, a Northeast Regional. Right, so we've got 110. I guess we're going to stay 110 and then it's going to bring us down to 80 for one of these. I can't remember. I know it brings you down to speed, but maybe 110 is the speed reduction for the whole area. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure one of them brings you down to 80. Well, I don't have the safety systems on, so maybe that was an ATC thing when I did it. I don't recall having, if like I turn them on now, for example, the safety systems, I don't know if I'd have a problem in the same way that I'd had a problem, that you get the problem coming out of New York Penn. Way, cap car. But I just figure if I'm not going to turn them on to begin with, there's no point in turning them on halfway. Also, I'm not expecting anything to be in our way. Like, this isn't a busy timetable, and the Acela doesn't usually get blocked by anything. Because that's the point, it's an express, so other trains wait for it. But there could be some funny business around Trenton, I guess. But I doubt it. It usually has fairly clear runs. On Boston Sprinter, you'll get delayed, because there'll be a train or a movement ahead of you. And on this one, you will get brought down to speed if you've got depending on your stopping pattern. I think this is what makes it, for me, a slightly better route for the Acela, because there's more services and they have different patterns. On Boston Sprinter, it's like you start at Providence, you stop at 128, then you go to Boston South, and Boston Back Bay. Boston Back Bay, then Boston South. And that's basically it, and in reverse. Here, there are some different places where you'll go. You won't just always stop at Newark Penn and that's it. You'll sometimes stop at Metro Park as well, I think. Oh, it's starting to rain. Get in. Where are the window wipers? They're not on this side, are they? They're over here. Yeah, there we go. I'll put on high. There we go. Oh, we've got a 195 coming. Let the dynamic brakes start taking care of that. We've got plenty of time to get to Trenton. See, this is what I'm talking about. That transition from like, oh, it's a nice evening to, oh, it's starting to rain. I love. Oh, look, it's thunder as well. And it just got really dark with that as well. But still light enough to see. I think I got the headlights on bright. Yeah, they're on full. Right. Oh, I did get down to speed in time. So I think that's the one of the last big turns that should speed reduce us. And then from here on out, it should be up to 110 and then... yeah, 125. And then eventually 150. Oh, now we're getting the bloody Now we're getting tire squeak. Yeah, on our 150 mile an hour train, we're getting tire squeak. We're getting wheel slip, some wheel slippage. Because that's the thing about the cruise control on this train. It doesn't matter what level you set the throttle to accelerate. It will just add all the power. You can only really control the acceleration if you don't use the cruise control. But conversely, for the dynamic brakes, when you reduce the cruise control, how much the throttle is set at does affect how much you brake. There's a light. Oh no, that's the station. Ooh, we got some. I love this light. As in, like the feels. I can feel the humidity, the New York humidity. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like that kind of the sun, the red evening, still reflecting off the clouds, with the rain and the mist and the thunder. I can feel it. A humid New York evening. Onwards we go. Clear for us. Not so for everyone else. Ooh, let's see, have we got any first class passengers we can spy on? Facing backwards. I like having a look. No one wants to go to Washington, I guess. They're all in New York, happy. Oh, he'll do. His hair looks very snazzy. Oh, was that? Oh, there, look, we're passing my thing. So you can see the tilt. So cool. We need more tilting trains. Oh, if we ever get Pendolino in this game, I swear, it's going to be amazing. And by that I mean the UK Pendolino. I mean, a Pendolino in any country would be similar, but the UK Pendolino in particular for me would be amazing because there's so many curves in the West Coast Main Line. I mean, there's some points where you're sat there, you're looking up one side, you can only see the sky, and then down there you can only see the ground, and then you look around 30 seconds later and it's the opposite direction. It's amazing. Right, coming up to 145. Eek. There might be a little speed reduction around this little corner, but it won't be less than like 100 or something. Oh look, was that that train's waiting to join? I guess. Maybe we were in its way. Look at this. That look. I mean, I think it looks stunning. Stunning. Oh, no. We got a speed reduction for this corner. And I forgot to get up to 145. But we're going back up in a second, so. Okay. There we go, 145. We want to overtake a train. I don't think there's any left on the line. No, it's too far away if it's on there. Definitely nothing. Yeah, everything was in the station. It's not as fun when you overtake a train stopped in a station. It's always better when you're like, they're coming along at 100 miles an hour and you're coming along at 50, 150 and you're like, I'm overtaking you. Oh, this light here reminds me of the lighting in Mafia 3, which is based in like a knockoff of New Orleans. By knockoff, I mean it's not a real. It's called New Bordeaux, I think. But it has lots of rainy evenings with very obviously humid weather with like red skies. And this just gives me those vibes. Humidity, greyness, grey mistiness, sunset, gorgeous. Now we just need to see another train coming in the opposite direction. Complete the look. Oh, did not pay attention to my speed reduction. My dynamic brakes are going to take their time. By the time I get down to speed, it'll be time to get back up. What was the speed reduction? It was 130, was it? Yeah, looks like it. I did say there might be a speed reduction here, and then proceeded to completely ignore it. Alright, thank you. That was the slowest braking. Alright. Go back up to 145 and then we'll get 150. We had a nice little stretch of 150. Oh, look at it. Gorgeous. So this is what I said like about it being like Great Western Express. You get that it's still raining? It is. That feeling of having the line to yourself running at high speed like you do in the HST or when you're in the ICE-3 on Munich-Augsburg. But you don't get this beautiful sky on either of those routes. So this one, I think, pips it to the post. And I think this runs faster than... I'm trying to do the conversion in my head. What do you get up to 230 kilometers on... oh, it's about the same. Because 225 kilometers is 140 miles an hour. So 150, yeah, probably around 230-ish. I think that's the top speed you get on Munich-Augsburg. This might be a little bit faster. Yay, we got a regional. Hey, look at that. And those colours. Look at that sky. It's like a painting. I get a picture of the pink Acela. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, I mean, like, the timetable could be busier, but, like, you still get your moments. It's still like a nice, beautiful route. Like it's still got plenty of qualities. But my theory basically is that the only time of day that you really want to be running services is the morning, because you've got more trains coming into New York than leaving. So if you're running a service either way, if you're running either a slow service into New York in the morning, you'll get plenty of Amtrak trains overtaking you. And if you're leaving New York in the morning, you'll be getting plenty of traffic opposite you going into New York. Whereas during the day, you've got trains that are going to be, that have come to New York Penn in the morning, but then they leave the other side of the station to go to the yard. And obviously none of the passenger services go that way, so you won't see them. Oh, this lighting is gorgeous. Okay, we've got a speed reduction coming up. Is that taking us down to speed for the... Yeah, I think it must be. What's fun with some of the services where you got more stops is that you have to go do the speed control down to where you take a go across a set of points onto the slow line to pull into a station. It's really good with the Northeast Regionals or the Keystones, because you just suddenly like, oh, you can use, that's where using this comes in handy, even if you've got the safety systems turned off, because it will tell you need to come slow down, basically. And then the HUD speed will eventually tell you, but it tells you quite late, whereas this will tell you with plenty of time. But then I've also read on the forum that this gives you too much time. It does it too early, or that some of the switchovers from fast to slow lines are. Actually, I'm going to see if I can get a nice picture of us coming past this New Jersey train. Oh, yes, get in. I've also noticed one way or another that I think 3 out of 4 times you're more likely to see one of those New Jersey trains being pushed rather than pulled by the loco. I don't know why that is. I wonder if it's normal. I mean, you get them both ways, but like it just seems more likely that when you see one coming towards you, it's a cab car rather than the loco. But that might just be because it could work out that way. Like during the day, it's a bit different or whatever. Or it could just be the way that they've done it is because of the way some of them will go to the yard. The way they enter or exit that yard might just bias towards the cab car. Right, so we are coming down to... Okay, so we're being told to come down to speed by the shed. Nope. Kind of weird, this cab, because you always feel like, oh, this is it, I'm in the middle of the cab, and then actually you realise, oh, there's another whole half, because like American locos are so big. Another whole half of the train. This isn't just the windscreen. Okay, we'll go down to 125 now. Well, I'm gonna push for 125. See if I can use the dynamic brakes to get me down to speed. Actually, no, I'll go down to 90. We're 3 miles away, and I've got plenty of time, so I can push these dynamic brakes to get me down to speed with enough time. Well, it's pushing me down to 80 now anyway, so... Actually, yeah. With that in mind, let's see. Mr. Dynamic Brakes, can you do your job? You gotta get me down 30 miles an hour in a mile? Well, it's a tall order. And now this is like, you're not slowing down fast enough. You need to get down to 45 now. Right. Down to 50. Jolt it up a bit. Oh, I think we're going to make it. No, we're not actually. Oh, are we? No. Let me spur it on a bit. Oh no, still 10 miles an hour over. Well, it's a straight stretch of track, isn't it? And this one reckons I should be at 45. Well, we're close now, so I'm just going to put it into suppression. I'm going to turn off the cruise control. Yeah, go off. Bring us down to 45. Oh, we can already see the station. There we go. Oh, lovely. I do love this line. I mean, the actual building of it is so nice. Oh, I am coming off the main line. Press into suppression again. Oh, because there is a signal right at the end of this, so yeah, I can't risk it. Unlike all American trains, it's harder to slow it down from 10 from 10 miles an hour to 0 than it is from 100 to 20. Right, there we go. Alright, I'll release you because I don't want to be too far from the front. But I don't want to accidentally overrun that signal either. Just happened to me a couple of times. Happened when I was filming a video. I filmed a whole cab car video with the Northeast Regional, and let me tell you how angry I was. Because it's a really fun one as well. I will re-record that video. Alright. There we go. 3 yards. They're looking at a decent amount of people are getting off. Ooh, and even some people getting on. Not bad. Trenton, Philadelphia, Wilmington. Wilmington's Virginia, isn't it? Wilmington, Virginia. Baltimore, Penn, yeah. And Washington. Ah, I'd love to have that full route in here one day. Oh, right. Well, there we go. I'll do another. I got a gold. Oh, not bad. Return to free roam. Right, yeah. Go have an explore of this station. See what I can do. What's allowed. See if we can watch the train leave from up on the ridge. Oop, 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 oop. Right. Yes, there's a railway line there as well. I wonder what line that is. Cuts across the track. Oh no, it's further down. That's a road bridge, I think. Yeah, there's a road bridge like here, and then there's a railway line there. And there's a river here. Oh. This makes New Jersey look quite nice, I'll be honest. I don't think the lifts work on this route, sadly. River obviously weren't involved in making it. Any collectibles I can do? Oh, is that the end of the station? Ah, yeah, it is. How many platforms does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just the 4. Or is there a 5th one? Is there one this side? There is. 5th one. And then there's one that runs, doesn't have a platform. I guess that's for trains that are stabled or stopped. Because you wouldn't. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. What train is that this train supposed to leave? 22. No, that's the next one. Yeah. Yeah, that's the next one. This one should be leaving now. Oh, it's closed the doors. Oh, it must be ready to go. It's going. Maybe I should close this door. Maybe that's what's stopping it. Is there anyone in the driver's seat yet? Oh no, now the doors are open again. Oh, that means it's been taken over by a new person who's gonna drive off soon. Ooh. I thought that person was glowing then. They were just standing in a light. Spotlight. Right. Let's go up here and we can watch it leave. Is there any posters I can place or anything? Oh, sounds like it's going. Yeah, there it is. Let's watch it go off into the distance. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Right, summary. I still think this route is good. I think the Acela on it is brilliant. I prefer the Acela on this route to Boston Sprinter, but Boston Sprinter is a bit more of a challenge because you're more likely to find adverse signals. You can give this a try with safety systems. There's only that one place where I think it always trips up. I don't know why yet. When there's a patch and everything's claimed as being fixed, I'll give it a try again with the safety systems. Goodbye. And yeah, it's the Acela is a brilliant train, really brilliant train. Like absolutely, I mean, you saw it. It's phenomenally modelled. The sounds are great. There's no anything obviously wrong with it. And it's really fun to drive. And on this route, you really do get to drive at high speed. And it's really fun overtaking another Acela at very high speed. Didn't do it this run. They were both going quite slow. But we did overtake a few Northeast regionals, and they would be going about 125 miles an hour. So that gives you some of the impression of what it would be like. But yeah, I mean, I still think this is a route that if you can put aside doubts about the timetable being quiet, then you can. How'd you get to that? Anyway, right. I'm just looking at silly things now, isn't it? Can I come down it this way? Oh, I can. Whoa! I just jumped down it. Yeah, as there's nothing else happening here. No trains coming in. Nothing. No. Nothing worth waiting for. I will bid you goodbye. And good evening, good week, good month, good year. Thank you for watching. Like I said, I will do a cab car run with the ACS 64 and the being pushing a cab car. I've got a service in mind that's really quite good, and it also will go from Penn to here. It's a bit more lively. It's in the morning rush hour, and that's basically when most of the sort of traffic is. Like you saw, this is the evening rush hour, kind of 6 o'clock ish, yeah. And it wasn't. I don't think it was as busy as my other video. I don't think so. But I did say, like in that video, like from the Amtrak perspective, you're not going to see as much New Jersey traffic as there is. When you're driving a New Jersey train, you're going to see lots of Amtrak traffic because the Amtrak traffic has been fairly accurately put in the game. It's only the New Jersey stuff that they've kind of cut back. And because there's lots of branches on this line, the New Jersey stuff does actually branch off quite frequently, which makes it more difficult as well if you're doing an evening rush hour service where the trains are leaving New York, because they're all turning off at various places to go down branches. So by the end of it, as you noticed, there was barely any New Jersey trains on this stretch. But yeah, anyway, I did say I was going to go and wrap it up. So goodbye. Gracias. Hasta luego. And once again, you will get to watch me as I turn off the camera. Hasta luego.